whenever you guys are ready.
Just born this way.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another very special episode of Dynamic Duo, a Comic-Con special episode of Dynamic Duo.
Woo!
I am Travis Snail.
I was just wooing.
No, I said I am Travis Snail.
That's it? Oh, I'm Kyle Smith.
I'm Liam.
Yeah.
I'm not used to having the camera here. I actually totally forgot it was there.
Yeah, you will a second it's
Okay.
going. Like once you're into it,
I'll forget about it.
Yeah. I think Kyle, you're a little apprehensive about it. Kirkland was at first, but then you just forget about it. You know, you just like. I don't know,
I think it's good because
there's
there's no like flashing red light or like a red light that's on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's attracting you to look at the camera.
It's just a really cool way to charge my phone. You know, I like more. It reports to say if you put it on your side, you can put it in and it charges more. So
I don't know enough about science to dispute that. So
that's true. I watched Breaking Bad, so that taught me everything. But if you haven't guessed by the title, what we did a long time ago, we had to do this while Liam was in town. So this is a special one because. For Comic-Con last year, we released our list of ranking every single film. Well, almost. I think there's like Steel is missing from Shaq and stuff. There's a couple that we didn't because I had only seen them. But we ranked every comic book, Marvel, and DC live action film. Oh, there goes Woody.
Oh,
Just
Woody's
leave
trying
him.
to kill himself in his excitement.
Just leave him. He's gonna keep falling. And then we did. We picked the top 25 comic book performances. So what we said was. Whenever we could get us three together and there'd been enough time in the past, we'd do like a part 2 or revise the list because, you know, next year we got 9 superhero films coming out. This year we have 8. It's just growing. It's growing. But anyway, so we made these lists. Very controversial lists. We spent many hours arguing. So what we're going to do is today we're going to look at these lists and talk about maybe if we want to adjust anyone and add certain movies that had come out. So, top 25 performances, we're going to start there. Do you guys want to read any out, or should I just read them all out?
Just read them all out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so...
enough.
Oh, gum. So, 25 was Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. 24 was Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. 23, Chris Hemsworth as Thor. 22, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. 21, Wesley Snipes as Blade. 20, Chloe Grace Moretz as Hit Girl. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man for 19. 18, Michael Keaton as Batman. 17, Chris Evans as Captain America. 16, Patrick Stewart as Professor X. 15, Gary Oldman as I almost said Professor Gordon. Commissioner Gordon. 14, Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. 13, Mickey Rourke as Marv. 12, Fassbender as Magneto. 11, Ian McKellen as Magneto. And then the top 10, Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Ron Perlman as Hellboy, 7, Christian Bale as Batman, 6, Mark Hamill as the Joker, 5, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, 4, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, 3, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, 2, Hugo Weaving as V, and 1, Heath Ledger as the Joker. Now, you guys were laughing as I read that out. How do you feel about hearing that list? It's been a year now. How do you feel about...
It's been a year? I feel like it's been longer than a year.
God.
That one has been a longer, but like the movie one will be...
I think the only thing that I would change is I would take Chris Pratt out and I'd put Michael Rooker in after seeing Guardians 2 in the exact same spot.
I would do that, but I would put someone else different. But I'm going to save that till when we get to the movie. Kyle, what about you? How do you feel about that list? We made that list over a year ago.
I feel like a few of those people can move around.
Well, that's what this podcast is for, ladies and gentlemen.
I love...
Get into it. Let's start.
I love Wesley Snipes as Blade, but like... I think that was more of an ongoing joke.
I think it was.
I actually think that's where it started, actually.
Yeah. Liam and I like wanted just to see how like earlier up the list he could go.
No, I was the one that suggested him on the list.
Yeah,
the way
no, you know, we got to take this as far as it can go.
Because the reason I wanted to make sure I listened to that until I had to get this list, I listened to the same cast as before, and I did have him, and I had him right as 21, so he was exactly where there was some.
Probably get rid of Michelle Pfeiffer.
That what happened last time, and that was annoying because to counter that, we made Liam pick between Gwen Stacy or Michelle Pfeiffer, and you picked Michelle Pfeiffer. So, what I want to do before we start adding people and whatnot, do we want to do
like a shuffle?
No, hang on, just hear me out for a second. It's top 25. Do we want to keep it as 25 and remove people, or do we expand it and push people down the list to make it like a top 30, things like that?
No,
we take them out. We take them out. Okay, people are getting voted out tonight. Okay, so let's just start.
Felicia.
Let's just start with this list,
That's
and
still
we'll
relevant.
see if anyone needs to shuffle, and then we'll talk about the films that have come out in the past year. From there, Liam, you're pulling up the list, I imagine.
Yeah, I was looking at the movies.
So Kyle, you start. Who do you want to shuffle? Because I have one. I got the elephant in the room that I want shuffled.
I assume you want Hugh Jackman up because of Logan.
100% I've been waiting since this because I saw Logan.
You probably saw that. You were sitting in the theater like, I'm gonna move him up the podcast.
And you know why? Because you saw that and you're like, damn it, Travis is going to be right. I 100% want him
Actually,
as
believe it or not, I don't think of you after I see movies.
What? Oh my god. You know what? This is over. I'm
I still think about the movie.
Yeah, I 100% think after Logan, he has to be 2. There's no way he cannot be 2. People have talked about him for an Oscar. The things he has done in that movie, he's emotional, he's comedic, he's powerful, he's rageful, he's desperate. The relationships he has with himself in his inner struggle, Professor X, his daughter. I know you guys love V. And I'm not talking about dropping V 10 spots. I'm talking
No,
about dropping...
I'm with you. I think if we bump him up to 2, Ryan Reynolds goes to 5, Hiddleston to 3, Hugo Weaving to 3.
You know what? This is so annoying. First of all, when we did it last time, so much of a struggle. I legitimately whole day has been thinking about arguments for Hugh Jackman to move him up. This is so stupid. You know what, Liam? Go back home. I stressed out the whole day because I'm like, man, I really need to make a good argument because they're going to fight me because they love their anonymous fans. You know, they're just big fans of those hackers. So...
No, honestly, like after, like if you would have argued that prior to Logan, I would have been like, no,
because that's what you had said
because
before.
he had 2 mediocre movies prior to that.
It was that, and when I listened to it back then, you said your biggest thing was you felt that he just played like the brooding badass guy, and that's where my biggest argument was going to be in Logan. He's not that. He's like a weird guy, but
he did like a full everything. Oh yeah, sorry, I can't hit the table.
It's okay.
They're gonna troll me. Watch right at the end of this podcast. I'm like, no, I think that needs to go up. So is that our first shuffle?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's totally fair.
So we've swapped them in. Okay, so
I'll
we'll
agree with that as well too.
Wow, this is great. I'm a happy camper so far. Now we can do anything.
You know, he actually planned. He's like, I want him to be number 1, knowing he would be like 2 or 3. This is
No, that's another.
just so like he could beat Ledger.
I think there's a. If I was in a movie fight, I think I honestly could make a case for it. Though, because my other case against him and V and Heath Ledger, the case I could make is he's the main character and he's from the movie start to finish. We're both Ledger and V get to bounce out for half an hour, right? They get to be really cool.
I think that's the benefit is that they're not the main characters.
Yeah.
And because of that, they made such an impact that
Yeah.
we don't talk about really Christian Bale as Batman.
What?
As often as
Hey,
we do.
don't disrespect number 7.
As often as we do, like everybody's like, oh, Heath Ledger's the Joker though. Like,
Yeah.
shit's fire.
Yeah,
Like,
but
we
that
talk
would've
about
been-
this stuff all the time.
That would have been my argument of like he has to carry more than the other people. But
Yeah.
Now here was a controversial note. I don't know how this happened. I listened back to the podcast today. For some reason, because Kyle had a top 5 list, he was not prepared, but
It was so funny.
yeah, you came in, you're like, I got my 5. Liam and I had 25. For some reason, we both had Robert Downey Jr. higher than Tom Hiddleston. Yet, if you look at the list, something got lost in translation because Tom Hiddleston is number 3 and Robert Downey Jr. is number 9.
I'm
Now,
fine with that.
I'm fine with it, but I do think RDJ should go up a little bit because of
Disagree.
Civil War. Because why not?
Because he's pretty much just playing Robert Downey
But then
Jr.
I feel like that same argument that Chris Evans needs to go up a little bit more since the Civil War.
He's not even on the list.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Oh, he
he
is
is.
too. Sorry, it's 17.
He's 17.
I was looking at
I
Chris
agree
Pratt and
with
Chris
you.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Because the reason is, in Civil War, I don't think he's playing himself again. We get to see, I almost called it Robert Downey. What's his name? We get to see Tony Stark actually be emotional and deal with emotional
I
stuff.
think that's the thing, right? You were going to call him by his real name, not his actor name.
Well, whatever.
He has transcended.
He has, but I think that's
No, there's no way Chris Evans should go up further.
You don't think so?
No. He's kind of a one-note actor in that. He's great in it, and that's why he's on the list. But I'll agree, okay, yeah, maybe Robert Downey Jr. should go up, but I don't know who he should replace.
I guess the problem I have with Chris Evans, where I back Liam, is you look at the people ahead of him: Patrick Stewart, Gary Oldman, Willem Dafoe. It's tough to go across
Why
those.
is Mickey Rourke so high?
What? You had him in your top 10.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
I can see he was like top 15, but like that, I was reading over this. I'm like, I feel like that was one that they would have fought me on way harder.
No, because you did a joke answer. You said you'd put in Mickey Rourke, but you did not reveal which Mickey Rourke. So you were like joking that it was like from Iron Man 2, and then you laid the bomb on us. So we'll get back to Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. The other one that I think should be shuffled and, in my opinion, could go up really high is Patrick Stewart after Logan. He's 16 right now. I'll lay this on you guys. I honestly lay him to 11. I think he's better than the other Magnetos now. I think Green Goblin, like, after Logan, I think he did so much. I think he is worth
Yeah, I'll give you that as well, too.
Yeah, okay, so that's a potential one.
Yeah.
So I'll just put 11 by his name.
I feel like J.K. Simmons needs to go up higher.
Now this is the fun thing because you two railroaded me last time I did this because the screen time. Kyle for the podcast had to rewatch the Spider-Man movies, and he likes them a lot more now that he had to rewatch them. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you to go back and watch them too.
I don't have the time to just rewatching shitty movies that I don't really like in the first place.
I am happy you watched Apocalypse, so we'll get into that after.
Holy
hang on, not this part. That's part 2.
Can I give him a spoiler?
What?
Sucked.
Oh wow. So I would be willing to move JK up past Wesley Snipes and Hit Girl.
Yeah.
What about you, Liam?
Yep.
Okay. So he is.
I'd be alright if we got Christian Bale out of the top 10.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's it'd be a tough sell. Okay.
No, like if you switched Robert Downey Jr. and Christian Bale, I'd be alright with that.
I would rather just put RDJ up above Bale and shift. I don't. Bale's not going below Hellboy.
No, here's the one.
No matter how much you try to hurt my ego, that's not going to happen.
First of all, Hellboy, Ron Perlman, great. 2,
he's playing Ron Perlman from Sons of Anarchy. He's the same.
No, because he did Hellboy first, so he can't play a character in the future.
But
so
we don't know that.
That's true. Ron Perlman is an incredible person, and maybe he does have time travel abilities.
But I mean, all
he's never
other
aged.
roles have taken Hellboy down for me because he does the same thing. He's always just like.
But also at the same time, how many movies has where am I looking at? Robert Downey Jr. been in now?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is Comic-Con weekend. Hang on, we're not counting Spider-Man because we want to record this previously, so who knows? That could be a great movie, but that's not in this list.
Well, we've seen him in the trailers. We at least know he's in that. So
I feel like
we can add that to the
he's
movie.
No, I meant like Keaton and Spider-Man. Like that's why I feel like why isn't Tom Holland like this is recorded just so I'll get
also,
it.
Tom Holland's British. You guys know that?
I
just saw that on an interview, and he started talking. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Other than Toby, all the Spider-Mans have to be British now.
Yeah, like his Brooklyn accent was like so good. I legit thought he was a kid from Brooklyn. So
Robert Downey Jr. has been a lot, but the reason that's why I'm finding
he's also had so much more time to develop as a character. We've had 2 Hellboys, and they've been
they're
spot
both
on every time.
Man.
They okay opinions because I thought the first Iron Man sucked, the second Iron Man sucked, and so did the third Iron Man.
So what are you comparing Hellboy and RDJ?
So I'm saying we've had Ron Perlman as Hellboy for 2 movies. We've had Robert Downey Jr. who's been able to develop in, and he's also been in some really good ones such as Civil War. He was really great in that. Mm-hmm. He was pretty mediocre in the third Iron Man. And then
I'd say I don't go mediocre. I'd say good. He's still good as.
To me,
I thought it was alright.
I thought he really fell in that way.
Mediocre, alright, good. We had this like spectrum of like, oh, it's in the middle.
But it's just kind of
Yeah.
Like it's not. You didn't see it, and we're like after you saw Logan, you're like, fuck, Hugh Jackman, you're the man. Like, that was incredible.
I didn't have that same moment in Civil War.
I also never had that with Christian Bale as Batman,
What?
but I know you love him as Batman.
Hey,
so.
Kyle, don't point. Kyle was with me too.
You were with him too.
In the original, Kyle had him like his top 3. So I think Downey does have that moment a bit in Civil War. It's not to the same extent as Hugh Jackman's own, but when he finds out, we're doing a bunch of spoilers. When he finds out that
sorry guys,
Civil War's been out for a year and a half. If you haven't seen it, you weren't planning on seeing it, so get out of here.
Fair.
When he finds out that Bucky killed his parents and Cap knew
mom.
and
that's
Cap,
another mom that's died. I know we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But God damn, this is a really continuing thread in all these fucking movies.
And when he finds out that Cap's been lying to him for movies, that moment I think was great. We got to see a different Robert Downey. I don't know if it's top 5, but like this is saying a lot for me. I think he went above Bale. That's a lot for me to say as a person.
I'll switch Bale.
But I don't want Bale lower than Hellboy.
I'll put Hellboy at 9 then. What if we just go Robert Downey Jr. to 7, Perlman to 8, Bale to 8. Or sorry, Ron Perlman to 9, Christian Bale to 8.
That's what I suggested, and then you're like, no, you motherfucker.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna budge on it. Ron Perlman still should be in the top 10. I think he's that fantastic.
He's still there for someone that, for myself, I'm giving you a bone because I don't even think he deserves to be on this top 25 list. I think it's just like a fine.
I don't think Michelle Pfeiffer deserves to be on this list.
She's gonna get kicked out.
She's
We're adding 6 movies. I'm so sad.
Will Smith.
You know, he actually wasn't bad. He's not top 25, but he is the only
Right, I forgot.
in my opinion, he's the only saving grace in that movie.
We're gonna get into that big time because man, I cannot wait to talk about Margot Robbie because that should be a
Just
fun.
mediocre.
Oh. Okay, so
For being generous.
is there any more shuffling of this before we go down the films that are new?
I want to get Chris Pratt just off the list.
I think he will.
I guess we're gonna talk about
honestly.
that in new movies, but like, I loved him in the first Guardians. In this second one, he was the most boring character. And
Whoa.
I think not that he was bad, but everybody else so far outshone him.
I feel like everyone else had more character development than
Yeah,
himself. Even though the movie
See,
was
I would disagree. I think he had development. I think not the problem, but I think Star-Lord in that movie does a lot of having to listen to people talk to him, and Chris Pratt doesn't get much to work with. It's him sitting on a couch as an ego, Gamora's monologue, and I think it's not his fault. I think the character develops because he gets past his dad.
totally. Does he though?
I think because he makes that choice of he gets past his dad and he.
I don't know, man.
And
Killing
the
your
whole-
dad, pulling that whole Oedipus Rex. I think that's gonna have.
But
some
then he
lasting
realizes
consequences.
who his true dad is. That's the development right there, right? Yondu being his
I'd
real
almost say
dad.
emotional scarring.
He missed it the whole time, but
Yeah.
he still developed. He still had much more of a journey. I'm not opposed to taking him off the list. I'm not saying that, but I'm just
Yeah,
talking
to
about
be honest,
that.
I just thought everybody else was like I thought that one particular scene between Yondu and Rocket Raccoon
Yeah.
when they were talking about them both kind of being losers and outcasts. Like
Mhm.
I was like, damn,
Mhm.
like that. Also, Bradley Cooper for just doing the voice did a fantastic job in that.
See, this is where I was going to tiebreaker, maybe help someone else. Because of his solid performance in the first one and still in the second one, Rooker could maybe go in there too. I'm leaning on the Drax bandwagon. I'm there.
See, I thought about that too, but I find him.
I'm not on the Drax band.
Okay.
Like,
I can go
I-
either way,
I
but I
thought-
just thought it was a suggestion.
Like I
we
was
should
thinking,
throw
like
out there.
okay, of all of them, like I don't really like Gamora. I think she's a fine character. Like I enjoy her in the movies, but like I would never go see a Gamora movie. I just don't really find that character all that interesting. I also don't really like Nebula. I find her annoying.
I liked her in this movie.
I liked her in this movie, but not enough that I'd be like. I still walked out and I was
So,
like,
so
they
you're
could've
looking
cut
at
that
it
whole
as
thing.
if you would want to see them in their own solo film.
No, but I think they're great secondary characters.
you're right.
All right.
Drax was cool. I like Drax. I think Batista's doing a great job.
Mhm.
But like, man, Mantis had way more acting chops than Drax did. Yeah, Drax was great, and he definitely stole the
I
show.
thought Mantis was just fine. And
No, man,
all
when
she had to do
Mantis
was
touched his
doty.
shoulder
Yeah.
and started bawling, I was like, that was great. But Drax is not on. He's not.
The
up
See,
to
reason
that.
I know-
why I don't give you Drax is because I found him a lot more of a comedic relief than anything else.
Yeah.
Fair enough, and that I just
It
think
wasn't
that,
like any character development. It was just more like, okay, let's throw. in
again,
another
I'll
show.
argue that point because I still think he develops because he has that relationship with Mantis where remember he's talking
Yeah.
about accepting ugly people
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
I think he does. I think he's just a really good comedic thing. If we had a top 50, I think he'd be in here, but I don't think he's gonna
Oh
make
yeah,
it here.
but not in the top 25.
I know. So okay, we haven't added this, but okay, I put Rooker's Guardians. No one else from Guardians as right now. And we'll come back to them. We'll just go to the new releases and talk about who could potentially be added to the list, and then we'll go find their placing if we want.
I
to.
guess this is kind of top 25, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But
I
make a
really like
suggestion.
Yondu because
That's
That's Michael Rooker.
Michael.
That's his
Rooker.
real
Yeah,
name. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, yeah, I think Yondu. Particularly that scene where he's like I may not be your father, but I was your daddy. You have to be a really good actor to make that line not be
I cried
shitty.
so much.
Like that was a great line. He had a great development, and particularly over the course of the movie, when you're like kind of like I was kind of with the one guy that was like, yeah, man, why do you always stick up for Quill?
Yeah.
And I didn't. And then at the end, when they kind of did that little montage of things, and I was like, oh man, that was his father all along. And I thought that was great.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that.
Okay, so Guardians will come back to Civil War because this is something we didn't do. We did on our film, but on our performances we didn't add anyway. So we talked about Robert Downey, putting him up. Is there anybody from there we wanted to add? I feel like Black Panther could be in after his own movie.
Yeah, I was
But
like, come on, man.
I was like,
The
whoa,
guy had like
that's a
3
lot of
scenes.
scenes.
No, that's what I meant. That's why softball. I was just throwing it out there. I'm preparing us for part 3 in the future, but I think we.
God damn it.
Hey, in 2 years,
There'd be so many of these fucking things we gotta go through.
I do think though that I think he did a very good job in Civil War, but not enough to make this. But I do think it set him up well, and that's why I think in Black Panther he could knock it out of the park, and we could be talking about him in the future. But I thought it was worth a shot of being, hey, he did a good job,
Yeah. No, there's no one in Civil War that I think did a poor job.
Another person once again, we haven't seen Civil War or Spider-Man, so I wouldn't add Tom Holland yet. I'd have to see his whole movie before we went there. The other one would be a fan favorite, but I wouldn't add him as Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
I was gonna say, he was the one guy that I've seen. I'm like, man, Paul Rudd killed it in that movie. I didn't really say that about anybody else. Like, everybody else I thought was very good. Nobody really surprised me. They did what I expected them to do.
How did Downey not surprise you though?
Because I know he's capable of that.
I guess we just haven't seen him do it in so long. He's just been doing
that's
this
true, but I know he's capable of it. So if he didn't do it, I'd be disappointed. Because he did, I was like, yeah, that's what I expected.
There was a part of me that worried that he wasn't capable of it, like a Nick Cage or something like that. Where it's like, do you just lose it after a while? Like, is it just like?
Okay, I can see that.
That's just like, are you just so used to being Tony Stark that it's just like that's all you got, and that's just like, oh, he can do this.
I think he's also, if you look at the first Iron Man, he's done such a great job of taking his off-screen persona and turning it into Tony Stark.
He is Tony Stark.
Also, to the point, he probably has more money than Tony Stark with all the money he gets from these movies too.
I don't know. Tony
think
Stark's like
he
a
has
billion.
more.
Yeah,
but
he's like $8 billion.
You can't tell me that there's like a basement that that Robert Downey Jr. is not trying to learn particle physics, try to get to that next level. Method acting. Daniel Day-Lewis would do it.
Oh yeah.
Why haven't we thought about that? Make him Elon Musk and then watch him just totally figure out how to do the perfect.
Oh, I thought you meant as a superhero. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck he played. Really? Okay, so Civil War's gone unless you want to add Baron Zemo.
No. He was great though. I liked him.
Yeah.
Okay,
So no one's from Civil War. Now here should be a fun one. Batman v Superman.
Not a single person.
Okay, now here's someone as the YouTube commenter that I'll throw up. You wouldn't consider Ben Affleck?
Nope.
Okay, and how come?
He was good in that movie. Didn't blow me away. I want to see.
Really?
I want to see a solo movie.
Yeah. I thought he blew me away, but
he was.
I think he might have blown you away because he was the better part of the whole movie.
Yeah. He was the shining. He was the diamond in the giant pile of shit. But that's not necessarily an endorsement of that atrocious movie.
Yeah.
He was great in it. But I want to see his own movie.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to look good when you have Jesse Eisenberg doing what he's doing. And Henry Cavill just looking like his dog died the whole time.
We don't want to add Aquaman though. That scene of him under the water is really well acted.
That is. I actually forgot that too. So thanks for reminding me how much I hate BVS.
But yeah, no, I just throw it up. There wasn't something that I would put on yet. I'm the same as you, same as Spider-Man. I will always wait to the solo movie because someone could be good and then they'll be.
I guess you could talk about Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. No,
I
think she's.
I was gonna save her for Wonder Woman, but we can talk about her right now. So she had BVS and Wonder Woman since we did this. Kyle, you start because you brought her up.
Yeah.
Do you think she's top 25 worthy?
I don't think she's top 25, but I think she did a really good job of her character. And I think for me it was more of Wonder Woman as a whole more than I guess her specific way of she was expressing the character.
Because we're gonna get into it anyway, spoilers. I did not like Wonder Woman, and I know I'm in the minority. And
It'll be good later.
It was when we walked out of the theater. I was like, I was like, everybody loved it.
You said barely passable.
Yeah, honestly, that is my true opinion of the film. But I was like, everybody else is gonna love it, and I hope it makes as much money as it possibly can. And it turns out it's made a lot of money.
I went on a Wednesday and the theater was half full. I'm like, this is a fucking Wednesday. It's Wonder Woman.
And you know what? I'm happy that it's making that much money. I just really did not like that movie.
I think it's your new Iron Man. That's the way I look at you. Everyone else loved Iron Man. You're like, ugh, Iron Man. I think this is your Iron Man where everyone's going to see it. Everyone's talking about Gal Gadot. I'm the same as you.
She's not top 25 worthy.
She's not, but she's close for me because the reason was, because the way she did the humor and she's good at the action stuff. The way she did the humor and the chemistry part, she surprised me so much.
In all fairness though, she's with Chris Pine.
I know.
And Chris Pine could make would Buzz Lightyear have chemistry.
But he
not Tim Allen, the toy.
She poor Tim Allen. She still met him though. It didn't ever feel like she was being carried by him, and that's what I liked. The reason why for me it's not top 25 is just because I still feel like the emotional stuff she doesn't knock out of the park.
She was not great there. But you're right, she was great in the comedy. She was very good in that. The action was good.
Yeah, she was
I was not a fan of the action in that movie.
What? Really?
It was too Zack Snyder-y. You could tell he had his big thumbprints on it.
Yeah.
And there was some of the slow-mo scenes, I was like,
I thought they worked this time.
I liked this.
I personally felt, I feel like that didn't need to be in here. The one that was cool when she kicked that guy through the window and went with him, I was like, that's cool. But the one before, when she kind of did that weird, slow kick along the floor.
I
was
that.
like,
oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
The whole like sequence was
No
just
Man's
amazing.
Land.
no, and it was funny. I looked over at you guys, and you guys were like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah. So yeah, she's someone for me that could make it in the future if she could do, because she's really
Yeah,
new
if
to
she-
acting
you know,
too. She's
in-
been around for like 5 years.
Shit, look at Drax. I mean, like Batista. Like from his like, what was
Sorry.
his first role? Like,
It was
I
like
remember him,
in
like-
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in the straight to DVD like a Scorpion King sequel. I'm not even joking.
okay, so I'll never see that.
and
but,
then he
like,
was like Chronicles of Riddick.
yeah, and he was like mediocre in that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, he did what he needed for that. But he apparently he was good in the last James Bond
Yeah.
that I didn't see.
he's
either.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, no, but like I think
he's in Blade Runner as well coming up. The
he looks
sixth
great now with those
sequel.
little glasses. Like
Mhm.
I can't wait. I really want that movie to be good because like the soundtrack from the trailer looks cool. Like it looks visually awesome. Ryan Gosling has been picking pretty good parts. He's one of those guys after The Notebook and he started doing serious roles. I was like, I don't care about you, but every movie I see him in, I'm like, God damn it, you are just wonderful.
Just because we're gonna get to it, I'm still so salty he was in the Joker and Suicide Squad. I'm so mad he turned it down.
I'm not because
I don't think
he
we would
so
have
far
got that.
has a really great filmography, and I would hate to have that just. Oh my god, that was a terrible movie.
So no Gal Gadot
Although it
this
gives me
time.
more reasons to hate Jared Leto. So
yeah, he's in Blade Runner too. Remember?
yeah, and he's playing a giant creepy douchebag. So I imagine he didn't have to act.
Okay, I don't know
that
if the trailers make him look like a douche, but he's just a guy.
kind of. When he was looking at that, like I assume it's an android that came out of like that
a replicant.
condom thing. It was like,
Yeah.
you are mine. I was like, yeah.
So no Gal Gadot this time.
No.
I think for me she's like in the top 30, but we don't have a top 30. So
No.
top 25. This is gonna go quick. Nobody from Apocalypse, I imagine.
No,
The only one-
they're already on their list. The only people
Yeah.
that are even considered.
And
So.
it wouldn't bump. Well, for me it would, but I know it won't for you. But I would bump Fassbender above McKellen after the wood scene in Apocalypse because I think the wood scene is great, and McKellen never had
Yeah,
to
no,
do
that was a
anything.
good scene, but once again, being the shining star and a piece of shit is not really that impressive. But once again, Fassbender is always incredible
Always
in movies,
good,
even
yeah.
when the movies. He kind of reminds me of like Samuel L. Jackson.
Mhm.
Samuel L. Jackson's never really bad in movies. He's been in bad movies, but he himself is not bad.
Yeah. Kyle, anything to add on Apocalypse?
I thought it was an alright movie.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, I thought it was alright too. So that's it. Here's what I'm interested in. Anyone from Doctor Strange?
No.
No.
Yeah, I thought Cumberbatch when we talked about this on the podcast I listened to, we said for sure, but Cumberbatch will be on this top 25.
Nah, Dr.
No.
House really wasn't really feeling
Doctor
him.
what?
Dr. House.
Oh god.
Did like listeners, feel free to correct me. Does his accent not sound exactly like Hugh Laurie's
Oh,
in
the
House?
accent. Yeah, I don't know why
did they just make him British?
I don't know why they should just made him British. Like, doesn't
yeah,
make
like
sense
why did they
that-
have to make him American but make the ancient one a white girl?
Yeah.
Like it was like if you're gonna change it, why not
Yeah.
make him not? His accent wasn't bad. He just sounded exactly like House, and like for the first little, especially because they were in the hospital for the first little bit, I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I also I wasn't a big fan of Doctor
We'll talk
Strange,
about that
but,
when we get
yeah.
to it.
Oh, I guess we haven't added that. That was the other
That
one.
was another one. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
And this is the weird thing. He's 100% a better actor than her, but like for me, this is putting into perspective. I was more impressed with Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman than I was in Cumberbatch for Doctor Strange, just because I thought it was pretty basic for him. I thought they were gonna let him do a lot more stuff in there. You're struggling with it, but like I think it's a close comparison because he didn't
No.
blow you away. Where Gal Gadot though, she still
Okay.
surprises you. Though.
So you're like, he's just mediocre because normally he's fantastic. Gal Gadot blew you away because she was pretty terrible in BVS.
But no, I wouldn't
would
say
say
that.
okay,
I
so
would
it's
say
okay,
she has
alright.
nothing to worry.
Yeah, she-
the
just like-
hyenas
well,
jumped
to
on
me,
me.
she
was
Leave
like-
our Wonder Woman alone.
she was like struggling through lines in BVS, which I know a lot of it's because of her accent. It was one of her first major movie
And
roles.
the writing.
And the writing was atrocious. So it's
Some
like
of those lines you can't make work.
no, and it's like, and then I was like, oh, she was really good in Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, because she was terrible before. Like,
Yeah.
whereas you're comparing Benedict Cumberbatch compared to his Oscar-worthy roles.
Yeah.
Between those two movies, yeah, she was a little bit more noteworthy than he was in that, but that is not.
Yeah,
I don't think that equates.
I think you get on this list eventually. I like the stuff he did when he was in the hospital with his hands and he was really desperate. I like that. But for me, it was once again, I felt like they made him too similar to Tony Stark, and it's not.
Why is he so quippy?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, no,
Jokes
Stephen
suck.
Strange is like a douchebag. That I understand, but I didn't like the quippiness part. And he does. Doctor Strange has like a sense of humor, but it just felt too similar to everything else. Where I want a lot different. I thought they were gonna let him be a lot
I just
different.
don't think the jokes worked.
No.
I think like maybe 1 and 3, 1 and 4 did.
Yeah.
The ones that worked were really funny. Like when Wong was listening to Beyonce, I was like, oh, that's cool.
See, and I didn't like that. That's
But yeah, and I remember seeing them like, I like that, and then I was like, I bet you a lot of people didn't like that one, because you told like half the theater laughed. But then there's other ones that I was like, that was not an appropriate time for a joke there.
Mhm. We have 2 of them on the list. I think there's a third one. I think Liam will fight me on it. I don't know where Kyle stands on it.
You're not gonna put Margot Robbie.
Well, that's coming up in a second. Logan, I would nominate X-23, Laura, the little girl, because I think if I'm taking, I love Chloe Grace always call her Moretz, but like as far as actual acting, I feel like she has to do a lot more of it. Where Chloe gets to swear and be really cool.
Also, the counter argument I would have is
I
that
know what you're.
she didn't talk for the first 75% of the movie.
Yeah, but
And
the
when-
face.
No, but the
acting,
moment that she did start talking is when I thought it went downhill for her.
I don't think so.
That's when I was kind of like, oh, that's right, she's a child actress. When she wasn't talking, I loved her. I was like, this is the coolest character ever. They finally fixed kid actors, because most kid actors suck at reading lines.
Yeah.
And they started talking, and I was like, meh. If she would have had just a little less lines at the end, I would have been okay with it. I don't think she did a bad job. I think she's fantastic. I don't think she's top 25, though.
Kyle.
I think she was far outshined by Patrick Stewart and Logan.
And see,
Alright,
I thought she
you
was
talking
like
about
on just a below their level. I thought just her facials were so good, and for a child her age, like I think she was pretty phenomenal. Kyle was rubbing his hands. Where's this going?
Oh, this is going nowhere. No,
I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I'm gonna side with Liam on this one.
Okay.
I think she was great in the movie itself,
leave it
but
in.
you gotta remember, this is the top 25 list.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
This is
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah, but for me, honestly, when I look at like people like Chris Hemsworth as Thor and Chris Pratt as Star Lord,
He's literally perfection in casting.
but I think her performance is stronger than those two.
I think her performance is much stronger than Christian Bale as Batman. But
Okay, come on. You don't gotta be making up straight up
I
lies
don't
now.
get why you guys like him as Batman so much.
Because he is the perfect combination of dark, brooding, and sexy.
Yeah, 5'7" Welsh guys.
Because to me, we've been those before, but he pulls off. Ben Affleck could, I think, in the future of Soul, but he pulls off the Batman dark part, but he pulls off the Bruce Wayne part. Where
I don't think he pulls off the Bruce Wayne,
I
and
think
that's where I think that's
he's
where I
a
don't like
sexy
him.
billionaire
He
who
is
hates his
not a
life.
sexy billionaire.
But that's what he portrays when he comes with all the models and the way
I
he
don't know
like
what this.
addresses Harvey Dent all the time. Like, oh, you like ballet, like stuff like that. Like he is so good at being a dick. Where that's why with Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne, we get to see him in public a little bit, but not enough. Keaton is a fucking weird ball in Batman. That's not Bruce Wayne.
I love that.
Bruce-
I love that Batman,
But-
because it's so just absolutely bananas.
But
I think
that's
it's
not
fun.
Bruce Wayne. He plays the Batman part great, but the Bruce Wayne part, the Bruce Wayne's not this weird guy that wears fucking turtlenecks that sneaks up on people.
Yes,
like,
but this was also 1989,
But
and a lot of things were weird.
I
like
know.
the casting Michael Keaton, a comedian who was like $160 in that movie as Batman.
But that's why they got Bale right, because he's suave, he comes in, he's good at doing the two sides. I think you just hate him because of the fucking voice.
no, actually, I think I love the voice, and I think
Okay, wait a second, because when I listened to the podcast from last year, you hated the voice.
Yeah, because it's comical. I'm just bugging you on that one.
Oh
no,
my
actually,
God.
I think he is a decent Batman though. I like him as Batman. I don't really like him as Bruce Wayne. That's my issue with it. I also like,
But why? He plays the
but also
playboy.
at the same
good.
time, he is consistently outclassed by his villain and Alfred
Not in
and
Batman
Commissioner
Begins.
Gordon.
Not in Batman
and-
Begins. Not in the first one.
Really, you don't think Michael Caine outacted him in that one? And
Michael
Commissioner
Caine's
Gordon?
barely in it. No,
Exactly, but we still
No.
talk about Alfred all
I don't
the time.
think so. Seeing that journey from just starting when Bruce Wayne is in prison. well,
Was it
We had a
Power
power outage.
Christian Bale's not happy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Wait, Batman doesn't kill. Haha, it's Christian Bale's Batman, not Ben Affleck.
Wait, I'm taking you to Arkham. Oh, he's gone. I
See?
just think. Oh, there's my treadmill. it's a bat bomb. No, I just think Batman Begins, the journey you take with him, because it's like a Logan thing where it's like he's in the whole movie. For me, am convinced about you get to see his struggle and be as.
I don't disagree with that, but I still think he is just. I'm not saying that he's not great. I just think he gets far outclassed by every one of his villains and side characters in those.
See, and I think he matches him, except for I Can Give You a Ledger. I think he's still
Yeah.
great, and he I think he propels Ledger because you need a great Batman for a great Joker. But I do think the Tom Hardy Bane one, we all love it. There's a lot of people that fucking hate Tom Hardy's Bane. You know that.
I know, which I find weird because but it's one of those things. You know when you like it for when I hate Wonder Woman, I was like, everybody's gonna love this. I did not like it, but like when I saw Bane, I was like, that guy's fucking cool.
Oh yeah, like he's such great, and that's why I wouldn't give you the Dark Knight Rises because there's so many people who be like, Bale's so much better than Tom Hardy because people think Tom Hardy's like comical. In
At
that
the same
movie.
time, I quote him all the time.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's so
like,
good.
every time you say like, oh, it's kind of big for you.
Yeah.
It gets permanently in my lexicon now. No, I just.
Nolan, come back, please.
Yeah, I mean, we could argue till
We're gonna
the sun comes up
if
and
we're still
it's back down again, and I'll miss my bachelor party.
Yeah. If we're still doing this till we're 60, we're still gonna be talking about why is Bale.
Yeah, but
should be on this list.
no, in terms of X-23, I think with not talking for 80% of the movie, it kind of leaves like it's really up to the person and the audience to connect with that character, and you can kind of project your own whatever you want really on a silent character, and that's why it does work so well. But when she starts talking, it kind of went downhill for me a little bit, and so like top 30, cool. I'm sure we could argue her. Mm-hmm. I don't think that she was spectacular. Like she's like when I picture X-23, I don't necessarily picture her, and that's also what I took into account on this. Mm-hmm. Like Chris Hemsworth is perfect for Thor. Like he is. His voice, his act, like everything about him is Thor. Just like Robert Downey Jr., he is Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. And like that's where I like saying like I know.
I think admittedly you have less experience with her in comics though, so you don't know how she acts.
Okay,
right?
that's very true.
Yeah.
But I always picture X-23 as like older as well.
Yeah, that's why I do hope that I hope they don't just brush her aside. I'd like them to see what she like in 2 years. Like, hey, we're gonna do a movie for her. I hope it's not. Oh, and we're going to get this 30-year-old actress. Like, I want them to stick with her and see if she can. Because to me, that's her make or break moment. If she comes in and is like, oh, you can see she's aged as an actor and gone better, that'd be good. But if they recast her, it's like, oh, we're gonna put her in X-Force and have a 30 to 40-year-old. That I don't like because then we won't get the chance to see if she would improve, right? So
that's true.
That's fair enough. Last one. This should be a good one. Suicide Squad. I think Jared Leto has to be number one. You know, Heath Ledger, nothing on. No.
You almost do like a top 10 worst performances.
I'm down one time.
Yeah. Hey, Mickey Rourke can be on both lists.
He can. Kyle, you're definitely going to have to be a tiebreaker. She's not getting this high. I think Margot Robbie is in the top 10.
No.
I think
top 10.
I do. I 100%
Don't you think
do.
that's ridiculous?
I think she knocks
a little
it out of the park. If you think about Harley Quinn and you can go, the lines aren't that funny, that's fine. I feel they're funny, but the way she acts, the way she talks, she is, for me, Will Smith was great in the movie, but she's the best part of the movie. That's the only reason why I watched that awful movie so many times.
I think you're blinded by your attracting this to her.
Because she kills it. She knocks it out of the park.
She has one scene where she's sitting on the car after the Joker throws her out of the helicopter that I was like, oh, you can act. Everything else prior to that, now, I don't necessarily blame her.
And Harley's not that emotional of a character.
But terrible writing. I thought she was annoying, actually, throughout the first little bit with all her stupid, shitty quips that they, in all fairness, also ruined in the trailers. Like, when it came to the movie, I was like, oh, I literally saw every one of her, like, big one-liners in the trailers. So it had no impact in the movie. I also thought they were annoying in the trailers to begin with. I'll give you the scene on the car. I thought she was great in. Other than that, I thought she was really inconsistent. But I blame that on cutting and the terrible editing and terrible directing and terrible studio interference.
So obviously, Kyle, you're not with me on top 10, but do you think she deserves to be in this top 25?
I think Harley Quinn, or I guess Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
I'm with you two tonight. My God.
Hey, just wait. You're gonna.
You think that we all got drunk before we did this?
Drunk.
I think she is like the best part. Her and Will Smith are like the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, I love Will Smith in that movie. It's the only positive thing.
Top 25.
I think for me, she's better than a Star-Lord, better than a Thor, better than a Hit Girl, better.
Now I still think you got to take in comparison the movie that she's in when everybody sucked in it, and you had lines like Mia Familia.
But you can still say she's really. There's still you can't discount just because the movie's shit. You can't say her performance is bad, so take it down.
Yeah, like that's the only time.
We'll swap it for Michelle Pfeiffer.
I knew that was going to happen. And then I'm gonna make that. If I'm making that choice, I'd pick Michelle Pfeiffer every time. Because
boom, done. Margot Robbie just get on the list.
Do you agree that you don't even think top 25?
I think Margot Robbie does a great job, but I don't know if it's like top 25.
Okay. There are many other
you know
people
what,
that feel the same way I do, though.
If very true, but they're not on the podcast.
Yeah.
And if they, if she gets, because she's doing, it's not a solo movie,
Gotham
is it?
City Sirens. with
Yeah.
Poison Ivy
So
Academy.
and if she's great in that, I would love to revisit this.
Okay.
Because I think maybe she has potential. I would have loved if she would have kept her Brooklyn accent that she had in Wolf of Wall Street.
She does. It's just not as thick
I
as.
would have liked it if it was.
And if that was the
Me
case,
too.
I'd have been like, okay, I'm with you. You embodied the character. But
I think it's
also,
just
to be
most-
honest, besides the Wolf of Wall Street, every other thing I've seen her in, she's been really mediocre. And
She hasn't been in that much though. She's same as Gal Gadot. Like she's been in Tarzan. She's
Wait,
bringing
did
like
you watch
one.
Tarzan?
No, I didn't.
I watched 10 minutes of it, and I was like, oh my god, this is...
But she is also new, so we don't have much background on her, right? Like I want to see
True.
next year she's doing that Tanya Harding movie.
That-
Tanya Harding.
that looks... Oh my god. To me, that's like... we've talked about this on the cast before. I hate movies that are just pure Oscar bait.
Mhm.
And to me, that looks like it was... There was...
Margot Robbie's gonna get that Oscar.
You know when they wrote the script, they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be an Oscar," but I think it's gonna bomb.
But I think that's her make
but-
or break moment because
Yeah, if she's great in it,
Yeah.
like, and by no means do I want somebody's career to fail, with the exception of Jared Leto. By the way, I like that you did his laugh there.
It's also because I almost choked in my gum. So really, I thought Maggie Gyllenhaal would be on the list as well.
No, I don't know why she's getting cast as a love interest. She's not that attractive.
Oh, man.
And
He always has to say. He never can just say why she gets. Always got to put in the jab.
Well, because and everybody says, "Oh, but don't you think she's a great actress?" That's not what I'm arguing. She is a great actress. She's just not attractive. But that's besides the point. That's a whole nother thing.
Mhm.
If she comes out with that Tonya Harding movie and she's great, man, all the power to you. I'm going to see in a lot of things. But so far, she's really done nothing that's really impressed me. Like I think she played kind of like the femme fatale in Wolf of Wall Street really well, but there really wasn't that complex of a character.
I think it could be like Charlize Theron when she got her Oscar for Monster. When everyone's like, "Oh,
that's so
she's just
good.
a super hot chick. She just does these action roles." I'm hoping that Tonya Harding movie will be that for Margot Robbie because I'll agree she has. I like her in Wolf of Wall Street, but I don't think that's the hardest role. I think she does it well.
Yeah.
I think she does need that movie to prove, okay, you're a step above you. The same way as Jennifer Lawrence did with Hunger Games. Like, oh, you're the Hunger Games girl, and then it was like, what the fuck did she win for? Oh, Sir Lion's Playbook. It was like, okay, you can get above
But
that.
it's funny then, and since then has been incredibly
Very
mediocre
yeah,
at
just-
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I wouldn't say no. That's not mean. I'd say just I'd say
I don't know,
just
man,
steady.
I saw Joy.
I did you?
Yeah. I was like, how can a movie about a vacuum salesman be like getting like this much attention?
Yeah, I watched. I think I got halfway through, and it just wasn't for me. So literally, the only new person we have is Rooker from Guardians, and we're saying we want to replace him with Star Lord and
Yeah.
switch them for Yondu.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Are you not feeling that? I'm
Like he blew. Honestly, he really surprised me.
I'm fine with it, but if Kyle has some sort of case he wants to make, this
no,
is the
I
time.
have no case.
Oh wait, what about Taserface?
No.
Oh.
If Margot Robbie can't make the
That's
list,
good.
Taserface is Taserface number one.
That had to have been like probably I think one of my favorite recurring jokes in Guardians 2. Like right before he dies, like tell them Taserface sent you, and the girl starts laughing.
So we shift some people around, and I'm sorry, Chris Pratt maybe can get back on in part 3, but he's officially been replaced by Michael Rooker as Yondu. So
And
there
he'd
we
be
go.
okay with that.
And then at the end, I will send you guys a list so we can read it off together. So we did that. So our top 25 performances is done there. Now where the fuck is that picture? Well, we'll have an interesting conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is now the ranking. So you can go back and listen to the original one. We are going to do a quick listing from the bottom to the top of what we ranked almost every Marvel and DC live action film. One day they will see Howard the Duck. One day they will see Steel. But until we get to that point, Kyle, you want to start with the bottom of the barrel, the top 10 worst movies, or I guess the top worst movies that we
Top
selected.
worst movies that we selected was Amazing Spider-Man.
No.
What?
You're,
Top 10?
look to the right.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so starting
Spider-Man 3.
No.
What the
Starting
fuck
from
are
the-
you reading this?
Top 10. Worst or the best?
Worst.
Where am I reading?
Look, because you'd be reading from the bottom, right?
Oh,
61,
I'm
60.
going up?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I see.
I think that's Superman 3 and Superman
Okay,
4.
so-
Oh, I see where I was like, where are you even reading these?
yeah, okay. So now, take 2.
Yeah, so we start with 61.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
61.
So the absolute worst movie that we rated was Catwoman. And then Batman and Robin. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Elektra, Hulk, Supergirl, Jonah Hex,
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Blade Trinity, Superman 3, and Superman 2.
No, 4 and 3.
Superman 4.
Yeah.
And Superman.
Some fanboys just lost their mind. What? Superman 2 is the...
And the great irony is that Kyle wrote this list that he can't read. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
it happens.
I'm sorry, I didn't have time to write up. Liam, what are the next 10?
Number 50, Swamp Thing, followed by Superman Returns, Green Lantern, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man 2, the very first Ghost Rider, X3, that awful X-Men Origins. We need to change that.
With 3, right?
Yeah,
I
that's...
think so because I watched 3 and I liked it more. But we'll
No,
get back to it.
not 3. X-Men Origins needs to be way lower.
Oh.
Batman 66 at 42. 41 is Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
And I'm pretty sure when Liam listed for 46 Spider-Man 2, I think that was Amazing Spider-Man 2, by the way.
Yes, sorry. It's the
No,
Amazing
it's
Spider-Man
not written down there. So
Yeah,
once
because
again,
Spider-Man 2 is way higher.
yeah.
Mhm.
Once again, people are probably freaking out. 40 was Man of Steel, BVS, Iron Man 2, Fantastic Four, the OG one, Spider-Man 3, The Punisher, the one with Thomas Jane, Daredevil, Iron Man 3, Superman 2, and Batman Forever. And then at 30,
Superman, Punisher, Warzone, Blade, X-Men, Batman Returns, Thor 2, Captain America, Ultron, Ant-Man, and Wolverine.
20 at Blade 2, followed by The Incredible Hulk, Batman, 1989, The First Spider-Man, X-Men First Class, Thor, I was like 15, Dark Knight Rises, X-Men 2, Spider-Man 2, and Watchmen.
And then the top 10 movies that we selected: Deadpool, Iron Man, Batman Begins, Winter Soldier, Days of Future Past, V for Vendetta, The Original Avengers, Guardians, Civil War, Dark Knight. Now, let's start with the movies we have before we add. What do we want to show? So you start with X-Men Origins. I think the reason it was up there, because look at the movies below it. I think that was like the worst of the worst. And it was like, this is like, we said because that war scene at the beginning at least had something better than those. But I would, for what do they call it in Hunger Games, as tribute, I would like to swap X3 and Origins, because before Logan, I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch them all back together. X3, there's still some moments. Ian McKellen's in there, Patrick Stewart's in there. Origins was a lot tougher to get through.
That's a kind of a terrible argument that some good actors were in that movie that was
But
terrible.
there's just better stuff
Yeah.
in there. So I would like to volunteer just a swap of the two.
That's
Just
fine,
to-
like, it's minor enough.
Swap.
but-
I haven't seen those movies in a long
You should.
time.
We'll do that soon. And
Don't.
you'll be like, oh.
Just like save your time. Like they're not good.
Hey,
They're not honestly.
Well, I've seen them, but like it's been it's like been years since
But
I've
see-
seen them.
Ooh, I've watched some bad movies recently with my roommates. Like ones that are like bad that you want to laugh at. And even they were more fun than most of these movies.
That's why I want you to watch yours X-Men, because you were all about that last year with Spider-Man. Like, oh, they're kind of cheesy. And when you watch this, you're like, oh, your tune completely changed.
True.
So yeah, I don't think looking at this list,
I think Ultron needed to go down.
I don't think so more
Do we
than
do-
Cap and Thor 2 though, and Batman Returns and X-Men. Like, I thought that was a good spot, because Cap America 1 I like, but I don't love. Thor 2 is not
I
good.
think Ultron's just. I rewatched it because I remember saying to my roommate, I was like, "Yeah, it was all right," and he sat down. He's like, "No, we have to watch it again." I watched it again, and I was like, "Oh my god, there is
I still think it's
so many issues with it."
good though. I don't think it's bad or like. I think these other ones are
Like,
just.
I think it's
all
like a
right.
6.5 out of 10.
Kyle, what do you think about?
But you're not wrong with the ones below it. Like,
That's
I
the
just
problem.
don't know
You
where
think
else it would
that
go.
because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's lower, and then when you look below, you're like, oh, this is why we put it there because
Yeah,
there's like
that's
worse
true.
ones. I don't think. Kyle, is there anything jumping out of you that you're thinking about wanting to change or anything before we add our new ones in?
Just kind of going through the list here. Blade is less than X-Men?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah, number 28.
I think so. The first X-Men is still pretty solid. Kicked off the X-Men genre. You just love Blades, and you.
I think so.
Blade is cool.
And we do
They
have
also-
Blade 2 higher than X-Men.
And Daredevil, this is Daredevil the TV series or Daredevil
No, the movie.
the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
The TV, yeah, we couldn't equate the
And as
movie
much,
and the show.
I was looking at that too, and I was like, that should be lower. And then I looked below, and I'm like, no.
That's what I mean.
Also, that's another thing we need to talk about is the clearly inconsistent quality of superhero movies. That we have stuff like Logan that we've already priorly talked about, The Dark Knight, and then we have Fantastic Four, The Silver Surfer. Like,
hey, we get good stuff, we get bad stuff.
it seems that we have overwhelmingly bad stuff, though.
For me, to take my bias out of it, because I'll watch any of these movies because of the comic book movie. I could watch, I think, the ones for sure is 1 to 30. I could watch all those and be happy, to be honest. The other ones are into the zone from other than Thor 2, because you guys fucking put Thor 2 in there.
Thor 2.
But-
I love Thor 2. It's a guilty pleasure. I know a lot of people don't like about
But
it.
other than that, the rest are the ones that are harder.
That one's with Natalie Portman, isn't it?
They're
They're all
both,
with
yeah.
that Portman.
Mhm. Except for
Actually,
Thor
Thor,
Ragnarok.
Thor 3, she's not gonna be in that,
No,
right?
she's not.
It don't matter though, because my boy Jeff Goldblum is.
Okay, so not if there's any switches, we can make them relook, but I think I'm pretty happy with. Other than that one switch with X-Men where
Yeah.
Jax 3, after watching, I'm like, oof, this needs to change. But so we'll start with the very first movie that we did not list was
Doctor Strange. Would
No,
be
no,
good.
I'm going in release order
Okay.
of when it, Squad.
Oh, Squad. Okay.
So this should be interesting. Where let's all look at this number and say where you'd put it, and then we'll talk about where it should land.
I'll give it just under X3.
Okay.
Holy shit. That's so high.
That's high?
I think so. I'm gonna put it like
You're thinking
52, 53. By Spider-Man 4 and Blade Trinity.
Oh.
See it?
You guys argue it out because I can go either way because I got the wrong thing. But because what you said, that's exactly where I was gonna put it. But then when you said that, I was like, that's not a bad spot for it either. So I need to be convinced because
Okay.
I go either way.
One line.
Here we go.
Hunka hunka!
Oh no, I forgot about
It needs
that.
to be in the bottom 10. That
Kyle?
is... That's also a movie that had an underwater fight scene that they were like, let's not use the fucking crocodile that we have. And no, I got this. No, why don't you use the fucking crocodile? That's why you brought him along.
Kyle, what's your
Dumb.
retort?
My retort is that you still get, as shitty as it is, you do get to see Batman, you do get to see Margot Robbie, you do get to see Will Smith play, and it's not like their portion isn't that bad.
So you're going with our classic
Okay.
argument of there's
There's
dollars in the diarrhea.
Yeah.
So, I would argue that the Batman scene, while cool, is about 2 minutes of the film. Jared Leto,
It's still cool.
Jared Leto is about 15 minutes of that film.
Yeah, well,
That's 15 minutes of my life that I'll never get back.
yeah, but the film's like
Mia Familia. Watching the Joker and Harley live in like
It's a 120
that
minute
residential bliss. Yeah, that's way too long.
you only get 15 minutes.
This is great because I never
Joker.
see you two argue about this. It's always me against one of you guys. It's great.
You literally watch a weird hand-to-hand fight with the final boss, who after 2 minutes decided to go and destroy all of their weapons.
Oh, this is tough.
Wait. But this is my encounter. The kid's
down, by
better.
the way.
What?
Do you have your argument? Okay, no, I was like, dude, I was like,
He was
you
like-
didn't even get 45 for a top 25.
That's what he was like me with Hugh Jackman. He's like, I'm making sure Squad's not in that bottom 10. He's writing down arguments.
Okay, think of Ghost Rider. Would you watch Ghost Rider over Suicide Squad?
Probably. Because Ghost Rider, I find terribly bad. Suicide Squad, it wasn't even enjoyable. Like, okay, and we talked about this, and we can't really bring like Batman and Robin, which is like hilarious to watch because it's so bad. That's got like a campy bad to it. Suicide Squad honestly felt like a film student trying to make a super edgy, dark film and making that. It was atrocious on writing. It made no sense. Is Batman back again?
Christian Bale's working on his voice.
Yeah.
This is my dog, by the way.
The acting was terrible. The action was mediocre at best. Even the stuff that was cool is really not great compared to whatever else is on the list. There was really, besides Will Smith, who was not really like a funny, enjoyable character, there was nothing about that movie that was fun. Like even Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, I still enjoy seeing Ryan
fun.
Reynolds on screen. That movie still sucks.
I don't know if that's the argument you want to go with.
But, I'm just looking at what else is on that list that you want to do. Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Kyle loves that movie. Well,
That is-
actually no. He
okay.
rewatched it again. I forgot.
So Jamie Foxx in that is so funnily bad. Like it's so hilarious how bad he is. Whereas like I really felt offended at what Jared Leto was trying to do as the Joker and the villain. There was no sense to it. Every character in that movie acted like they were a fucking idiot. And that was what drove the plot forward, and I cannot excuse that in movies. The whole plot is based around that stupid archaeologist picking up a statue in a Mayan temple and snapping it in
She
half.
didn't know. She's naive.
But she's like supposed to be like a fucking PhD candidate. Like I don't even know high school. Like some of my students would not even be like, "Well, I'm just gonna snap an idol in half." Like that is such a dumb way to set up a movie. I find like that movie is insulting to all the senses. And let's talk about how they introduce all these characters. Like, Katana had one line. Her sword steals souls. Okay, thanks. And then they give like a big intro to who was the guy that got his head blown off?
They didn't give a big intro to Slipknot.
He still got his own song, and then all of a sudden, and then right away they blow his head off. Cool. Also,
I
Captain.
don't know if he got his own song.
No, he did
I
because there
don't
was
think so.
about
I've
19,
seen this movie like 10 times.
which is despicable.
I've seen it 10 times.
That honestly makes me question your sanity, and I think
Margot Robbie! I say this every
I'd way
time.
rather see her naked in The Wolf of Wall Street than.
I
going
watch
like,
them both. I
"Oh, we're
can't.
the bad guys, aren't we? Awful. Also, why was Common in that movie?
He wanted a cameo.
No, here's what. If you can explain to me the point of that scene with Common, I'll let it go below X3.
That's unfair, because he could have just been on set and be like, hey, bro, could I be in the movie? Like, sure. Like,
No, he wasn't even asked to be in the movie. I bet you Jared Leto just walked up to him and started doing lines. And he filmed his reaction. Because he's looking at. He
Jared
literally
Leto
looks-
didn't go that far.
he looks at Jared Leto and just kind of gives him a what the fuck is happening?
He's
I
a
feel
great
like-
actor. No.
You know, he's like, oh,
You just called Common a good actor.
he's like, oh, my boy Will Smith's in this film. Like, you know,
represent.
Yeah.
How can you go from Selma to that giant piece of shit?
They
But
probably thought it
he-
was going to be the next Guardians.
You know,
okay?
he probably filmed it without knowing anything else that was
Yeah.
going on. Like, hey, do you want to do like a small little
Do you
cameo
wanna
with
fuck
us?
my girlfriend?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like, oh, we're making this Suicide Squad. It's gonna be like the newest, best like film that
No,
all of DC's
Common
gonna
is a
come out
very
with.
smart man, and he's very well spoken.
They thought
I
that was gonna be
refuse
their
to
Wonder
believe
Woman.
that he was not tricked.
He was strict.
He
He
was
was strict.
This was punked.
He was actually
you know,
not-
Ashton Kutcher came out right after they said cut. It was like, ha, ha, ha.
That's why it was his
You're gonna
reaction.
be a really shitty movie.
His reaction was so real because he had no idea what he was getting himself into. He's just sitting there, it's like, okay, sweet, like I'm gonna meet this new Joker, like this would be really cool. I haven't done many films, and he sits down there, and then you get the true reaction of Common, just like,
You want no beef?
and that's why he's just sitting there like, what is happening?
Man, there's
So, anyways, I still think.
Kyle won me over. I'm sorry, Liam.
bullshit.
When he's
you called Common a good actor to win your own arguments.
No, I was when he said, and this is just a personal taste. What would you rather watch, Ghost Rider or Squad? There's a few things in Squad I'd watch. There's nothing in Ghost Rider I would watch again. There's nothing good. So it's going below.
No, I cannot accept that. I would rather watch Amazing Spider-Man 2 because at least like.
But it's below that, so there you go. That's perfect.
You know, it's a.
Oh
No.
shit! No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
you know
impossible.
what?
Because my counter actually was going to be either underneath Spider-Man 2.
So that's where we're gonna put it.
But then I would switch Ghost Rider to Spider-Man
I'd rather
to
watch
45.
Fantastic Four than Suicide Squad again.
What?
no,
Yeah.
that's
No
so
way.
boring.
Is this Fantastic Four or Fan Four stick?
That's Fan 4 stick.
No, okay, I lied.
Yeah, Fan 4 stick's bad. So what we think? Amazing Spider-Man 2, Squad.
Okay,
Fan 4
as long as
stick?
I'm on the record saying Suicide Squad is one of the worst films.
You're
that has
recorded.
ever
You're
been
gonna be
made.
listened to by hundreds and
I
thousands.
just
of
want to make
people.
sure that it is painfully clear that that movie is atrocious and literally should be burned from the record.
I still think it should be above Ghost Rider.
I think it was a fun
personally.
movie.
Yeah.
Kyle, I will
I
pimp
was thinking
slap you
that
so
too.
hard.
So it's in between, and we.
Because that's what the Joker would do with Jared Leto. And then he'd stick his tongue down your throat.
Whoa!
I
Blacked
was
out.
sexually harassed like that. Did you not hear about that?
Ike Barinholtz. I said
Yeah.
that, yeah. Okay, so we're putting it in between Origins and Ghost Rider.
Ugh, yes, fine.
Okay, because we switched Origins and 3.
Yeah,
so there we go. Once again, we'll reread them. So Squad is done. We've settled that. The movie after that, Doctor Strange. So what do we think about that? Me and Kyle reviewed it. Liam, you can say your piece on it in a second. I think it's a good movie, a fine movie. Looking at this, I'm trying to figure out where it would go.
After Ant-Man.
Yeah, I was actually. I was thinking about there too. I
So
think
you
it's-
guys think it's better than Ultron, the second Avengers?
See, I don't like
Yeah.
Ultron.
Neither do I. After rewatching it, when I first saw it, I was like, that could have been atrocious, but I think it was all right. But seeing it again, I was like, no, there's a lot of issues in that.
I just find the characters more interesting than anything that's happening in Doctor Strange, to be honest. I like Doctor Strange a lot, don't get me wrong. Like, we're talking, like, nitpicking, because that's just what the podcast's for. But, I can be with you if you guys both feel that way. I'm not going to fight you that much, because it's not like I feel that strongly about Ultron.
honestly,
but I do like Ant-Man more than Doctor Strange now. I didn't think I'd say that, but
Man,
Ant-Man
I've
gets
rewatched-
better every time you watch it.
You know what? And
I don't know
I
what happens.
entirely put that on. who's his friend that was he was in prison with, the Mexican guy?
Oh, what the fuck?
I was gonna
is
say
his
Luis
name?
Guzman, but it's not Luis Guzman.
Is it Michael Pena?
Yeah, Michael Pena
Yeah,
is
his-
so
his
goddamn
voice,
funny at that.
yeah.
And every time I
Talking
see
to my
it,
friend.
it's the same joke, but it gets every time. Everything he says is so funny. Also, Anthony just gets funnier and funnier every time that he names an ant Anthony. Like, it's such a dumb joke, but Paul Rudd does it so earnestly. I think it's, yeah.
So that's where we're putting it, below Ant-Man then, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I enjoyed Doctor Strange. I visually, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that he actually used intelligence to beat Nostradamus? No, what the hell was the final villain?
the big head guy?
Yeah, Dormammu, yeah. I love that he actually used
Nostradamus
intelligence.
is like the original Dracula.
No, well, he was also like a prophet from like
Oh.
Italy in like the 15th century. That's I was like, that's not right.
Oh,
But yeah, I love that he actually used intelligence to do that. But like other than that, I didn't really enjoy him.
I love that ending though. It's so fun and clever.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I'm
I
gonna
loved
do
how
this
colorful it was. Like,
Yeah.
and then it went totally different. Like
Mads
I
Mikkelsen.
thought he was okay in it.
I thought he was better than
he did-
most Marvel villains, but like,
I think that's purely based on his acting ability.
yeah,
though.
me too. I can't argue there.
I loved Wong, the librarian. I thought he was dope.
See, and I liked him. I just because I thought the humor
I really
came.
did not like who was the guy that was training him. Who, I can never pronounce his name. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Yeah,
That's the guy. I thought he's all right. I get from the beginning. I was like, oh, I totally get where you are. I get it. And then at the end, I was like,
He switches so fast.
it's
he's
too
bad.
fast. And I was like, I feel like you're kind of missing the forest because of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the movie was alright. I think when we reviewed it, I only gave it like
He gave like a 7.5 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. Like
Yeah.
there's.
Which that 20 to 30 is
Yeah.
the 7 movies, like the
Yeah,
7
and to be honest though, like I'm disappointed because I think it could have been better.
I thought it was gonna be
Should
so
we
much.
get should we get a second one? I think it's going to be fantastic. But I'm
I
so
hope.
excited that he's in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, and he's gonna be in Infinity War, so
Well, I mean,
okay.
everybody's going to be Infinity War.
I'm so excited for Infinity War.
I'm kind of nervous. I wonder if it's going to be too much. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, it's
Like,
it
there's,
definitely
like-
could be,
like
but
there's
we
like
said.
literally like A-list actors, just background characters.
Well, we said that was Civil War, and they proved us wrong. We're like, they can't
That's
make.
true.
We can't make this work. Here should be a fun one. Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse, that classic 2016 movie.
I think you're gonna be surprised where I put this.
Okay, so where are you thinking of putting it?
Below BBS,
Below?
you know
39, 40.
So you think it's better than Man of Steel?
Yeah, well, not much, but
Mm.
I think they're both equally shitty.
So that I guess that's where I pose to you. I guess so. If someone came to you and said, "Hey, you got to watch this X-Men movie again or Man of Steel," you would pick Apocalypse again.
I would for sure.
Oh, I don't
no,
worry. Yeah.
no, I wouldn't.
Oh, see, that's what I was
Oh,
asking
see,
you to
no.
confirm. 'Cause
Okay,
you
so
put it-
I put it at 41 then.
So 41. So Kyle, you would watch it though before and make your case. Why? Because I think Apocalypse was just fine. It wasn't off. Like you said, it was atrocious. I don't think it was
Atrocious.
atrocious. It was just a good watch. It's
was
fine.
I think it was just an alright watch. Like that thing,
Yeah.
like popped out. It was like, you know what? I watched it. It was alright. I wasn't blown away, but I wasn't like, I didn't feel like I lost like my life from watching it.
Okay.
Watching. Wow.
Uh,
I would put it. I don't know who will agree.
Meanwhile,
with me.
Man of Steel, I don't know. I don't think I
I-
think I've only seen it maybe twice.
I've tried 5 times and I like it the same. I like it like a
My-
little better, but that's
the only
about
thing
it.
that I've really like, beside like okay, that everybody talks about that I hate about Man of Steel, I hate the same things. Destruction City, da da da. The one thing that always got me was when Kevin Costner needlessly dies. When he's like, "No, don't show your powers." Fuck that.
That's my.
I don't want to get killed by a fucking tornado. If I was my son, I'd be like, "Save me,
Yeah.
please God, use your power for good."
That was that was legitimately the pinpoint moment of when that movie turned for me because I can't get into a protagonist that won't save their parent. You know.
Particularly because it's Superman.
Yeah, that is the moment where it's like, okay, this time where he reveals himself, and that's why I'm like, oh, he's gonna save him, and that's why he's on the run because people saw him do this shit. It's like, nope, he just let us die, get ripped to fucking shreds from tornado.
I think that would have really upped the movie if they would have played out like that.
Yeah, and they brought him back for BVS, so they could have just had him alive to
Yeah,
talk to
the
him.
weirdest scene ever. He's like hiking
The
the
cliff.
Andes, and then just comes up and his dad's there.
Ghost Dad
I
Cliff.
just, I don't know if I saw that with you guys, but I like literally saw. It. I was like, what? Did
It
I?
was so strange.
I was like, did I get hit in the head? Like, did I have a concussion? And like, just like, did like 20 minutes just like drop out of the movie?
Am
And
I
like,
watching Man of Steel again? I would put it below Iron Man 3.
yeah, it's way too high.
So Kyle, where would you put it then? Let's
Okay,
see
so
if I have
here's my thing with Apocalypse is so this is a movie that came out 2016.
last summer, yeah. Right
and
before school.
literally was there was nothing in it that was new. The acting was mediocre
The
for
wo-
the parts that needed it to be. Fassbender was great. Like McAvoy was good. I just don't think Oscar Isaac did a terrible job with terrible lines that he was given. Olivia Munn was atrocious. And she barely even talked, and I thought she was bad.
You didn't like the second Quicksilver scene? I like that,
I've seen it before, though. It was like everything in that was like, hey, what worked in the other movies? Let's just do it again. The final battle when like Magneto had to like mess with the poles and destroy the world, I was like, I don't care. I really don't care about this world. We get it. Mutants have a tough time, and I know that's central to your mythos.
we get it.
But like, go look at Logan. It was totally different. Oh yeah, mutants, we have a tough time, but it was about the characters. And that was like the 9th fucking movie. At this point, we don't need. You can have that personal story. We already know the characters. We already love it. We don't need another stupid blue beam in the sky. Like
I liked the Weapon X scene with Wolverine when he had the classic headgear.
That was to me. That was like I enjoyed it, but I was like, this is just fan service. It's like when me and you argue like I hate the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One. I don't think it's
hipster Liam seeping in. Oh no, I don't like this Darth Vader scene. He kills too many people. We can't cheer for him. No!
That's the thing. Why are you cheering for like?
I'm not. I'm scared
bullshit.
by him.
You were not scared.
Last time I saw him,
you were sitting there jerking off and like, fuck yeah.
Well, I tried, but they wouldn't let me.
if that scene was released not in that movie and that was just like a teaser, cool. But like at the end of the movie, it just felt weird. Like, we don't have enough time to argue about that one.
I needed that because last time I saw Vader, he's talking about Sammy and Corson Ruff. I need him to slice down some motherfuckers.
So you preferred don't choke on your ambitions?
No, I'm not talking about that scene. I won't defend that scene.
Like to me, he just didn't need to be in that movie the way that they used him. But we could argue about that for days.
Okay, so Kyle, where would you rank? You have not revealed where you would rank it.
No, I agree with Liam. Under BVS.
So in between Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you want above Man of Steel?
I want above Man of Steel.
I'll give you that because like I don't hate Man of Steel as much as other people do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's great.
We do.
But yeah. No, that's totally fine.
I can't say hate, like it's a strong word, but it's just like it's such a disappointing movie. I think that's why every time I watch it,
I'm like, boring movie.
Yeah, I get bored by
dark.
it too. It literally too.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like
all over. It's
just
tonally. Okay, now this one, I think it's a no-brainer. Logan came out. We could talk about it.
Below Jonah Hex.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Come on.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
I don't know how for me it's not number 2. If someone wants to make an argument for number 1, they can try, and I'll bat you down. But
because I'm typing up the list, bitch.
No, the only reason why people, when I had that conversation with Logan versus Dark Knight, because I actually think it's a valid, like it's a close argument we're gonna ever have, is
so far.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, let's hope Thor does that, or Thor Ragnarok maybe. I don't know.
I think honestly, I feel like Thor is going to be the most fun I've had in theaters all year.
I think it's going to be very much like Guardians 1. Yeah. The reason with Logan, and I'm fine with it because I was fine with the villains taking a background because I wanted more time with the main characters. But if you look at the villain compared to like Harvey Dent and Two-Face, the Monsters, and Joker, that's where I feel like Dark Knight has like the one. I think it's just one step up, but I think in the villain category it does that because the villains in Logan, they're pretty. I'm fine with them being basic, but they're basic to push the plot along. Like, they're just people after Logan, right? That's all you need for that movie.
They were literally, they weren't even really consequential to the plot.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what I liked, though, because I wouldn't want to spend half an hour with the Reavers instead of seeing, like, the dinner scene, right, with all of them. And, like, even stuff like,
also,
it's really...
I mean, we can't really argue the villain, because he literally fought himself.
That's what I was going to say, like, it's really basic, and he has no character motivation, but I like him just fighting himself.
I was so confused when that happened.
When Nick, once again, major spoilers, when Xavier got killed off, I was like, he has to be dreaming. And then when he kept going, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And then when he killed that nice family, I was like, man, this dream's getting really dark. You can wake up now. Wake up, Hugh. And then you see him. Wake up, Hugh. Wake up, Hugh.
And I'm gonna talk about try and talk about without crying, but
when she puts the X.
No, that too.
Which admittedly took me way longer than it should have in the theater to realize I was an X. I was like, why is she fucking up his cross? And then it was like 1, 2. Oh.
No, when Logan is carrying Xavier, I think I said it myself. I was gonna cry. When he's carrying him out of the house and he just keeps repeating, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." That's all he cares about. He doesn't want Xavier to think that he killed them.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie's so fucking good.
I put it at 2.
Yeah.
And then everything should just move down 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'd love to switch Deadpool and Iron Man, though. Keep Deadpool in the top 10.
Kyle, what do you think about that?
See, I'm not a big fan of Iron Man either.
Yeah.
Oh, so when did this come out? You've never said this before.
Let the hipsterness flow through
you. Oh, my God.
like I don't know. I like Iron Man, but not. I think I like Deadpool more than Iron Man.
So you guys would rather keep that in the top 10 than
Yeah.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 2-1, so I can't really argue much. So Logan's 2, which I thought we know about. Like we've talked about so much on cast, but like that is, I think that is a magnificent.
I would also
movie.
probably drop Avengers out of the top 10. In rewatching it,
No
I think
way.
I think the movies have improved so much. I actually find it quite boring now. But I know at the time when the Avengers came out, I was like, that's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I just watched it
Entertainment-wise.
last year. That still holds up. The first time they're all together, all those big fight scenes.
No, there's
They have a great Loki's still a great
oh no,
villain.
Loki's
in that.
fantastic. But just after seeing where we've gone with these films, like after seeing Civil War, going back to it, it's like, this feels like the basic bitch cousin. Like I'm just like I feel like they've just improved so much since then. I don't think it's as good.
I would not drop that. in the
I think
top
I can
10.
make.
That's a huge.
I drop it to like 11, but just
No, I'm not on that bandwagon.
I
think it's just
know.
because.
And I that's why like I'm not gonna fight it, but like personally, it hasn't held up watch after watch for me.
Oh, I still love it. I love just all the scenes of them talking, and that's when the quips work because like these
It's
are the
new.
quippy characters. I know that's why that's never worn off me with Avengers. I still watch it. I still think someone could make a case for that being like the best comic movie of all time. I bat them out too. But Kyle, how are you feeling on Avengers? Are you still fine with it being 4?
After seeing Apocalypse,
I-
it almost makes me mad. Days of Future
Or would you
Past
have to
is
watch
not
it
top
again?
I would have to watch it
Okay,
again.
we'll
before
leave
I
it
can make an
there.
opinion on that.
Yeah,
Watch
no,
it.
it's not something that I
Yeah.
want to argue because I'm fine with it being
Yeah.
there. Personally, I think in my own list it has dropped down, but
Oh, just so you know, by adding Logan to the top 2, Blade 2 drops out of the top 20. Just so you know, Kyle. It's a sad day.
It's okay.
Don't try and pitch, oh, should we put Iron Man instead of Blade 2? Because that's not going to happen. No.
Blade 2 is pretty good.
So this is one that I think we're going to have a wide variety on.
Wonder
Guardians Volume 2.
Oh, okay.
No, we still got one more before Wonder Woman. Guardians Volume 2. Because we have Liam, who I think you liked it, but you think we're a little disappointed. I think you liked it a lot, but you think it's better than, or you think it's not as good as the first one.
I don't think it's as good as the first one.
And I'm the person that thinks it's the second greatest Marvel movie of all time.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, not at all. I think that when you guys talk about no character development, I could sit here for hours and
For
tell
Chris Pratt.
you. I
Everybody
told
else
you that.
yes.
already.
See, I was gonna give you like Under Watchmen.
What? Oh, I know I'm gonna get that. I
I'd go
can't.
lower.
I can't
Lower,
get it.
yeah.
See, no, I wouldn't. I just think with the way
Under
they
Spider-Man 2.
the way they take their approach of like the Empire Strikes Back of splitting them up and all their Soul Avengers, I love them all. I love the
my God.
soundtrack better. We can get into
Yeah,
it.
no, I love the soundtrack better. I'll
You
do that.
are like one of the 10 people who like Ronan. Everybody else just thinks, including myself, he's just such a shit minor nobody villain. He's one of Marvel's just boring villain. Ego is fantastic from start to finish. He is the best villain since Loki. No, I'm like I said,
okay, but that's not really competition.
no, I know.
What do you got, a Wasp?
But I mean, like the rest, Wasp is not a villain.
Oh no, who does he fight? Oh, Yellow
Yellow
Jacket.
Jacket.
Okay, come on, a fucking Yellow Jacket's a Wasp.
No, I'm not saying that.
I know they're two different characters, but
So
God
far,
damn it.
we've never even had anybody be like, "Oh, he's the best," and it's just like, "Oh, he's another Marvel villain." I know I'm not getting into talking about it. I'm just throwing
I
out there
thought he was
personally for
another
me.
Marvel.
I
go-
love it. I even love more than the first one.
Yeah.
I love Guardians Volume 2 so much. And
My
it's
thing-
also, too, my last point, it's probably because I have a close relationship with my dad. So I think if you have that, that
Oh,
would
see,
be affection a
Oh,
lot
so
more.
this is why we don't like it.
No, see, I was actually going to argue because I don't really have a great relationship with my dad. That's like I really connected with, particularly Yondu and
same
and
here.
Ego and Peter Coolstar. Like when they played baseball, and I've never done that with my dad. I was like, fuck, that hits home.
Mm.
But at the same time, I felt like they were just doing the same thing. I felt like they found their formula, and like the first half hour was to me was painful. Like it was like there were so many jokes that did not work, and it was like, ooh, that was kind of
See,
I
I
don't
didn't
really
think
like
I
that-
didn't
that.
think there was so many jokes. That didn't work. I thought it was just a lot of jokes.
Yeah, and well, okay,
No, like that didn't work. Like I thought
Yeah.
they worked, but I just
It was
thought like
just too much.
There's
So-
a lot
But
of
see,
stuff
like for
going
me,
on.
you
No,
can
but
say
here's
it's the
what-
same
here's-
thing, but it's not. With Nebula and Gamora, they're growing as characters. Rocket
But
and
it's still
Yondu
the,
are
it's still
growing.
the exact like they have a formula of hey, it's serious, 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 undercut with a joke, serious, serious, serious,
That's
undercut
fine,
with
but
a joke.
I don't think it doesn't work though.
It's,
Like
no, it's not that it doesn't work. It's old. I've seen that before, and you came out of nowhere with the first Guardians. Like,
yeah.
and
But
it
that's
surprised
also-
everybody. And then now that you fall into that formula, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, Drax was better than the first one. Like Baby Groot was.
So would you want to change that
Adorable.
much? Because I don't want it to take the 180 and be like, we're super dark now and people are
No,
dying.
but you don't
right?
have to do that to do something different.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you could have just let some of those scenes like land, and as the audience enjoy it, kind of chew on the scenery a bit and not hit us back with another joke. Because some
Fair
of the
enough,
jokes
but
just didn't need to be in there.
Some of those jokes, I feel like it's a second nature of those characters like Rocket or Peter Quill to throw that to get, like when Yondu passed away, he throws a joke and no one really reacts to it, and not like audience, I mean like characters. You can tell it's just like defense mechanism, you know, because it's just like that thing they do, and that's why for me, I never took it as like joke. I just took it as like these are these type of people. That's why for me, I
was really worried about that movie and that scene when they first are talking to those gold people. I actually
the
quite
Sovereign.
I quite liked the little intro scene fighting that like interdimensional
Yeah.
thing. I was
The
like,
opening credits are great.
yeah, I thought it was great with Groot because I was like, how are they gonna do this? Like, and then
And I thought he's used well, and he's not overused. That's why
to me Groot was just nothing but pure product placement to sell toys.
Mm.
And admittedly, I want a Groot now. It worked.
But he's not in that movie. Like he's not holding it down. I think.
No, not at all. But like, and then when they're in that throne room and they're just kind of making joke after joke, I was like, oh my god, no! Like this is like supposed to be like a fun space opera, not a comedy.
Mm.
And I was like, I was honestly just a little kind of worried. And then I was like, I'm not really digging this.
But I feel like the first one's a comedy. I feel like
But it's not a straight comedy. There's still action in it. And
And I
the
don't feel
first
like
one was
this is,
fresh and
though.
it was new. And this one, I don't think it's bad. By no means am I saying it's
Yeah,
bad.
no, I know
It
what
just
you
felt really formulaic. Like every scene, I could have told you, I was like, here's what's going to happen. And there's the joke. And there's the joke.
Even
we're
like
gonna
with the
have
Southerners as well too, when they're all fighting in the machines and then they all start surrounding the one guy,
like it's a video game.
like it's a
And it was-
video game.
But I guess
kinda
that's
like,
to
"Wah."
taste because like some people like that, like myself, and you guys don't. So that's where like it's 2-1. But like I don't think that's something that. I think that's something that just doesn't work for you guys, but I don't think it's like a bad thing, you know. Like
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just where are you wanting to put this?
oh well, that's because you said I was fine with your placement,
Yeah.
what you said, because I know you guys are lower on it than me.
Yeah.
My placement for me would be a top 10, but it's not gonna happen. So I would accept your below Watchmen in between Spider-Man 2, even though I think I would much rather watch this than Watchmen. I love Watchmen, but like we had that conversation a lot last
I'd
year.
put it by Doctor Strange, actually.
I don't think
if
it's
I
that.
had mine, but I'd put it. But if you wanted to go that high, I'd put it maybe by just ahead of the first Thor.
I
Below
could
The Dark Knight
I could
Rises?
settle that. If you're lower on that, I could settle below Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, because like to me it was like a 7 out of 10. Like I wasn't really.
for me,
there was
I
a- there was
gave
a
it a
lot
10
of-
out of 10. I fucking love that movie
Yeah,
so much.
and that's fair. Like
Yeah.
I totally see why people would give it a 10 out of 10. I can also see why people really didn't like it.
yeah, no,
Because
I
I also
too.
talked to like I didn't meet a single person that did not like the first Guardians.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of people that were just like it was meh.
Mm.
It was the same thing.
Yeah, and I've talked to people like that, and there is a smaller minority, but as far as like critics online, even Dylan's like myself, like
Yeah.
there are people that think it's better than the first one. So I
Yeah.
think it's something that's a debate, but I'm fine with placing it just below Rises if that's where we want
Yeah,
to.
sure.
So what is that?
15. It would be.
15. So
Well,
Well, I guess it'd be
16.
16,
Yeah.
Something
So
like that. Yeah.
so 16. So now we're on our final one for this one, Wonder Woman. This should be interesting because I
There's no way it's in the top 25.
I really-
refuse to let it go there.
really, really like it. I think Kyle. Well, I love it actually. I think Kyle loves it. Liam does not. I think it's a top 15.
It's not even close to a top 15.
I would put it. I'm sorry. I'd put it above Watchmen.
Are you really?
Oh yeah,
So
Wow.
the
I
fact
think
that
it's one of the
it's
best-
higher than Guardians 2.
but I can't move that up. So because of you two, so that doesn't matter to me. at all.
despite nothing in that movie being exceptional, you would put it over the exceptional acting of
Action- no,
Jack
no, no.
Earl Haley.
What?
Jack Earl Haley.
But then I could throw the
John
thing.
Hamm?
Yeah, but I could throw. It's not as bad as Suicide Squad.
no,
but
it's
you
not
could-
bad as Suicide Squad as well.
No, not Wonder Woman. I mean Watchmen. You
Oh.
could say that. Oh, this is one great performance and a bunch of other than the comedian, other good performances. Ozzy Mendez is fine. Night Owl's fine. Let's not get me started on Mount Ackerman and Rant for an Hour, who just fucking ruins that entire movie. She's the Jared Leto of
You
Watchmen.
know, it's funny. That's one of those ones where like I thought she was just meh in that movie. I don't hate her as much as you do.
yeah, same
But
here.
but it's funny because like I really did not like Wonder Woman, but like I know you liked it. I know why you liked it.
I think it's
Um,
one of the best origin stories. This is where you're gonna disagree. But when you talk about mediocre, I don't think the action is mediocre because one, I love the armor scenes. Two, I think it's one of the best. Other than because you don't like because the CGI, I think the finale of the movie is great.
Oh
because
my god, it's awful.
there's so many comic book movies, where the last fight lasts for like 2 to 3 minutes. Like, this was the big villain. Like, this is all that happened. This goes on for
I
like
would have
10
rather
minutes.
that because
No.
rather than that CGI mess where you couldn't tell it was lame. He still had the mustache, which you have to admit was super fucking weird.
I will.
That he kept the mustache as Ares, and like, which also took me out of it. And then it was what bothered me about that scene too. If they would have like you know, when the Batman fights Superman, how they zoomed out of the action and you actually got to see them throw punches at each other.
I think they do that.
Not really. There's a lot of zoom ins on just her face and just his face when they're like kind of going at each other.
There's times where they come back and I just watched 2 nights ago and they're lassoing each other and throwing each other down. Like,
and it's super lame. I think it's pretty bad CGI too. We can argue about the quality of that. That's super subjective. But like, I thought that was a super lame fight. I didn't care about it. At no point that I didn't feel any stakes. I was like, I know she wins because she shows up in BVS.
True,
Totally.
but I don't.
There was-
for me,
and
that
there
doesn't
was-
hurt the film too much because that's just.
Well, and especially because Chris Pine had already died. I was like, they had done nothing to develop any of the other side characters. Like, they died. I probably wouldn't care because I have no connection to them.
Yeah.
She died and somehow got revived. Like, they're probably gonna do a Superman somehow. Well, they obviously are going to. It's like I wouldn't care. There's nothing about that. There was no stakes to that fight for me. It was just CGI blobs fighting each other, and I just thought that was lame. I thought that was a terrible
You
way
think
to
the
end it.
stake of her was just to prove that she had to defeat this Ares guy because that was her destiny or whatever?
No, I still don't think that was the stake because she got it wrong the first time.
She did, but she's making her wrongs right.
Yeah.
She's righting her wrongs.
And that's what's making her...
She did it, and then she's like, "Wait, nobody changed," and he's like, "Yeah, that's
her
the point I'm
naive-
trying to make." And I was like, "Oh my god, are you
But then-
serious?
but then
You're gonna
when
go with a kindergarten approach to World War One? This
But
is
then
awesome."
but that's a flaw of the movie. But when he, in my
So it is
opinion-
flawed.
But it is. That's why I don't think it's a perfect film. But when she does kill Ares, people in the war snap at it. I don't like that.
To me, and that was like the
It
weirdest
does have.
thing.
There is a stake thing there.
Like, if they would have changed that so that like the Germans were still fighting, kind of like the little band, I'd have been like, "Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, like humanity can rise above it." But when they all kind of like snapped out of it, I was like,
yeah, I don't like that. But that's why
wasn't
for
that
me,
like the whole point of that whole fight was for him to prove that like he's not? Like,
yeah, I know that's my biggest problem with the one.
And
of my
like,
biggest problems.
and I know everybody will disagree with me on this one. She totally should have killed Dr. Poison.
I don't know because that's exactly the parallel to Man of Steel when he kills Zod and everybody's just like, fuck Superman, he's not supposed to do that. And
Yeah,
same with Wonder
Superman,
Woman.
not Wonder Woman.
But no,
That chick literally created poison gas
Yeah,
for
but-
the sole purpose of killing people.
but she'll be fine in prison now.
No, because she ran away.
But you don't
That
know.
was-
Diana
no.
could have got her. We don't know.
And if that was the case, if she would have arrested her and brought her to prison, I'd be like, great.
She's fighting
But-
a god of war. She couldn't focus on that right now. She has to fight
But
Ares.
how far could that chick have gone?
She's fast.
Well, because
She's
you know what?
cardio.
Actually, if like the other 3 dudes would have been captured her, I'd have been like, okay, cool.
They're busy watching Chris Pine die.
Which
you know,
also,
there's-
it's always kind of seemed to me like that was a kind of a stupid death that was written in. Like, I was like, I feel you probably could have just like gotten a rifle, stood on the other side of the airfield.
he's
like,
being
shot it.
heroic.
No, I know he's being heroic, but I was like, I feel like he didn't need to die. He's probably like, I don't want to do 12 of these movies right in my death.
But that's why you don't kill Dr.
Here's also what I'll counter you with.
Oh,
Can you
boy.
name the 3 guys?
No, and I don't like them either.
No, so exactly. So how can you say that that's like a great origin story when the whole like little
Because
ragtag crew?
her origin story is great. That's why I don't give this film.
What's his secretary's name?
What? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, interesting. What is the name of the main villain, the German guy?
Ludendorff.
Is that actually his name?
Yeah.
Okay. You could have been like Schnitzel and been like, yeah, I don't know either.
Because I do think it's her origin. Yes, the other side characters,
But I think to me that just shows how weak the story was. Yeah, it was.
I don't know.
was-
You could say those are characters that are weak. I don't think the story is weak. I think the
no,
story
because
can
the
be.
characters are weak because of the story.
I don't think so because the story is pretty. It is paint by numbers, but they do it well enough. And there's things that I said in my review. The reason why I do like it is because it's not paint by numbers. If this was
You
Captain
said it's
America,
paint by numbers.
no, hang on. It is paint by numbers the story, but the reason that it's not, that adds like color to the shade, is it's from a woman's perspective, and like people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's lame. But there's things they get to do in that movie that you can't do as a male. Like when she dances with Ludendorff, that's something that if they just did Captain America and World War again, I'd be like, okay, I get this. But it's from a different perspective, and that's why I like it, because I think it's one of the best origin stories, because we've not seen that with a female. Look at the other movies we have. Elektra, Catwoman, Supergirl. They're all the bottom 10.
But they're all atrocious movies.
They are, but this is what I mean, like...
They also didn't make any money at the box office. This has made, like, what, $300 million in 2 weeks?
But I think because it's a good movie and people are going back to see it. They're doing double viewing.
You said it. It's a mediocre film.
I do not see mediocre.
Don't put that. Okay, you said it's paint by numbers, which is the definition of mediocre.
But that is an origin story. I still think. I think other than Batman Begins, I think majority of origin
Guardians
stories,
was a fantastic origin story.
Yeah, but that's why it's higher. I would put Guardians higher.
I think X-23 and Logan was a great origin story.
Okay, Logan doesn't need... Yeah, but those are all higher. I'm not trying to say Wonder Woman is higher than those, though. So this is what I don't get what you're going for.
You're trying to say that it's...
I said it was better than Watchmen.
So you think... what do we have below?
Because Zack Snyder, as I've watched the movie again, he completely misses the point of Watchmen at the very end with this whole thing.
This is the point of everything.
But that's what hurts it. Again, I have not thought about that until someone pointed out. I watched it. When Dr. Manhattan sees what Ozymandias does and be like, oh, this is a good idea. Like, you kill these people, we'll find a way. That's not the point of the novel. I don't know why I never clicked it, but the point of the novel, Dr. Manhattan goes, no, like, because I reread it again after, it's like, he goes, no, this is not going to do anything. Like, you're just a stupid, like, an insect of a human. Like, killing all these people, the war is just going to continue. So then when I read that and I watched it again, I was like, he did miss the point. That's why for me, I would bring down Watchmen a bit more. It's soured on me the past couple of years. Not soured. I still love it, but I like Wonder Woman better. That's a personal taste.
Okay, where do you want to put Wonder Woman? I think it should... I think
you said not 25, so you...
No, I think it should be like by Blade and Punisher Warzone.
That's pretty low. I don't think I can go that low.
Yeah, which is fair.
Because I'm pretty sure I gave it a 10 on the cast.
No, I think you gave it 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah, you gave it 9.5.
It's fucking splitting hairs on that one.
Well, there's some... No, a 10... You don't give away a 10 freely, Liam, when you're...
No, it's true. I very rarely give movies a 10 out of 10.
I've given like too many this year. I gave Guardians, Lego Batman, Logan.
Lego Batman we got to put on here.
Well, we didn't put any animated, so we've never done that.
Yeah, but
that opened up a can of worms.
Lego Batman was dope as shit, though.
Lego Batman is
that is so far the best comic book movie of the year.
Better than Logan?
Oh yeah, Logan was this year too.
Yeah,
man, you know what?
This year is great.
Honestly,
it is. Even if you don't
Logan
love
and
Guardians,
Lego Batman.
Yeah, but even if you don't love Guardians is fucking better than Squad and Apocalypse that we got last year. But this is what I mean.
I hate both of those movies.
If Guardians and Wonder Woman to me are like the worst movies we get this year for comic books, we're doing pretty well as Squad came out last year.
We're gonna get Justice League.
What?
That's
gonna be good. I believe in the hype. Justice League's gonna be good. Joss Whedon is coming in.
Oh man, he could barely save Ultron.
He's coming in. That was, but then he gave us the great Avengers. He gave us Firefly. He gave us Buffy.
No, and I'm straight up a Joss Whedon fanboy, but I don't know if he can do it. From what I've seen in the trailers, it just looks like they're gonna find
that was before. Yeah, that was before he got on.
But so like, unless he like totally redoes the film from the ground up,
he'll do it.
We're gonna talk about the news part.
Okay, but yeah,
you won't see.
Yeah.
So Kyle, we're waiting for you. Where would you put it?
I would put it one above Watchmen.
One above Watchmen.
Just above Watchmen. Yeah.
So it would go the new
12, I think.
12, yeah.
So you mean below or above?
Above.
Oh, so yeah, it would be 12 because we bumped Iron Man down to 11. So.
Because I don't know. I feel like Wonder Woman was a pretty amazing movie. I really enjoyed it. So
that's fair.
We all kind of made the same points, and or I guess you guys for sure, talked about like the side characters who weren't like as interesting. They felt like it was kind of plain, and you're right. Like Chris Pine's death, it was kind of just like he didn't have to like do it.
Yeah, he didn't have to die.
But like, he did kind of have to die because he's not in anything.
Well, yeah, he had to die.
At the same time, he's like what, early 30s in World War I. I don't expect him to still be alive.
He could have been an old man,
There's not a single World War I vet left.
I feel like, but otherwise, the whole movie, I really enjoyed all of Wonder Woman. Like other than those like small parts, and I thought like it was really well done. Even the action scenes, Gal Gadot was amazing as well too. The beginning of the origin, like in our cast, you guys can listen to it if you want. Well, you should listen to it. It's amazing.
Yeah, come on, man, don't give him an option.
Yeah.
Score.
We really talked how we liked the beginning of the
Themyscira and everything.
Yeah, and them on the island, and I thought it was so cool. So I don't know. That's why I'm gonna give it 1 over Watchmen, even though I really love Watchmen, but I think that might be just kind of more biased because I really like the graphic novel as well too.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I also just want to point out, because I mean, I've shit on all of DC's films because I think they've all been terrible. I want them to do good films. I really hope.
Sure, Liam?
I really hope the Justice League is great. Like, I want to walk out of that theater being like, that was fucking awesome. I don't know if I will, because like sometimes when a director comes in halfway through, like I think it totally might be all weird. I don't want it to be, but I hope it's good. I'm excited for the Aquaman one. I'm one of the few people that really likes Aquaman. I
think everyone's gonna love Aquaman.
Man, the new 52 Aquaman I think is really cool. I really like Jason Momoa. It's like I hope it does well. If
Just
we ever
hasn't-
get Ben Affleck's Batman because
Yeah.
it keeps getting delayed.
Just hasn't impressed you so far, the DC films.
No, I think they've all been. Wonder Woman, I thought had the most opportunity too. I just thought it was very so inoffensive to me that it was offensive. Like, it was so paint by numbers and boring that I was like, wow, like you actually could have done something cool there. Like when that movie started and they were doing like the intro on that picture book, I was like, this movie's gonna be fucking dope. And then to me that movie just went, every single scene it just went more and more downhill. I also think it was a shame that they killed Robin Wright Penn. Or I shouldn't say that, it's just Robin right now.
Well, we don't know.
I thought they got a divorce.
They've been seen together recently at the time of this recording.
Oh my gosh, no, that's my chance.
Sean,
She's single.
that's my chance.
I thought killing her would have been a shame. Although if she would have ended up being Ares, I think that would have been a twist that I actually would have believed. I knew it wasn't the German guy from the very first scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was painfully obvious. I also thought it was pretty obvious that it was Remus Lupin, right?
Yeah, Lupin
Yeah,
from Harry
okay.
Potter.
So obviously you guys didn't watch the movie with me. I thought that was the the Weasley's dad, because I remember him from Harry Potter, and I was like, oh, what was he? Oh, he's a ginger. He had to have been a Weasley. And then I'd be like, I don't really buy him as the God of War. And then I was like, oh no, it's Lupin.
I liked his scenes. I just didn't like the mustache.
But right away, once like when everybody kept talking, he looked up and looked at her. I was like, oh, he knows who she is. Like, it was obvious. The only way to know that is he has to be Ares, because the only other option was Chris Pine at that point for characters that he introduced. So I was like, okay, it's obvious. And then it was like, it was me all along. It was like, oh, thank you. I'm so surprised.
I didn't get as many.
Yeah. But if it would have been Robin Wright, I think that would have been cool. Because the whole time when she was like, this is like, it's war.
It does kind of
like,
have to be a man.
da-da-da-da, like,
Sorry, I think.
I don't think it has to be.
I
But
guess it doesn't have to be.
But I to me, I thought she was like the one that really impressed me in that movie. They said she might be coming back for
She's
Justice
coming
League.
back for Justice League.
I assume it's gonna be a
Really?
flashback.
Yeah.
'cause
Oh,
she's
wow.
dead.
Yeah.
I really thought it was a shame they killed her, because I thought she was a great character.
Yeah.
I think they should have killed the mum.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't care.
Oh
about the
no,
mum.
she has to come back. There got to be more scenes between them for a sequel.
I would
And
assume.
that's
I would
what
assume
they'll-
so, but I would have just preferred him with Robin Wright, because I thought I just thought she was a really good character, and she really stood out to me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She is a great actress as well.
oh, she's great. Oh, she's phenomenal. Have you watched new season House of Cards?
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
Not love it. Okay,
I think it's my least favorite. It's getting
Halfway
better
through 4.
as I continue,
Yeah.
but it's a little. I think the middle is a little slow. But
I
we
mean,
should
you
not
can't-
talk about that. Right
Okay,
now.
that's true. But you can't. Well, because I haven't seen it too. You can't write anything better than what's going on right now.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Spacey's like, yeah, it's kind of awful to read a script and you're like, oh, this is good, and then you turn on CNN and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are our movies. We put them all. We ranked them all. We're not gonna reread them. I'll show up a graphic because we read them already, and I'll highlight the ones we added. So
Cool.
I'm glad we did this. I'm always glad this is a thing we can revisit because we're getting 9 next year. We're getting so many movies. Always something to be added to this list. I hope we'll have Justice League on this list. Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Hopefully those are all great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for tuning in. You guys have anything to say before we get out of here?
No, thanks for listening.
Enjoy Comic-Con weekend. We're going to be covering all weekend, and I promise you it will not be boring.
Kevin will sign off with this.
No, but they wrote that script before.
Which one?
House of Cards.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. Like,
I feel like there's one,
I
though.
want to say Spider-Man just because it's out in like a month.
We just lie and put it somewhere in the list after.
Just
And we haven't
assume.
seen it. Just to say, it's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. I'll give it a 12.
Yeah. Oh, I hated that twist with Vulture being his Uncle Ben.
Yeah, and then once like Batman came in, that was just a weird thing.